The Labour Party continue to be all over the place when it comes to the issue of the border crisis and migration control. Keir Starmer himself keeps changing his mind from being pro-open borders and free movement to, I want to protect British borders. And he goes from, let's promote legal migration, well, let's control illegal migration. But no, it doesn't really matter. Labour MPs are all over the place. And in this video, we're going to show you a clip of Afsana Begum. Oh, dear God. One of Jeremy Corbyn's pet projects is still in Parliament, and she decided to stand up on behalf of the Labour Party in the House of Commons and talk about nonsense and saying we need more legal routes for migrants. No, we don't, Afsana. Let's talk about that. Let's show you this video, and we're going to come back.
Why are migrants being forced into risking their lives in the first place? Well, it's simple. For many, there are no safe routes to the UK. In 2022, half of the men, women and children who crossed the channel in small boats were from Afghanistan, Eritrea, Iran, Sudan or Syria. We know the reasons why people from such countries are displaced, yet only 22 refugees came to the UK on the Afghan Citizens Resettlement Scheme. How can this be true? And just recently, the government confirmed that it does not intend to introduce any special visa routes for people in Turkey and Syria who have been affected by the earthquakes.
Why is everything our responsibility, Afsana? This is the big problem that we currently have. We've been generous enough over the last few decades, and we have actually helped genuine refugees, and we don't have enough space right now in terms of infrastructure and housing and everything else. Why is it? You keep saying, well, there are people from Iran or Syria or Yemen coming here. Why are they coming here? They're not coming from Iran or Syria or Yemen. They're coming from Europe. They're coming from France. They've already left those places. Even those leaving conflict zones and actual crisis areas like Yemen or even Iran right now with the uprising. But they are already in a safe place right now. The moment they leave Iran, they're in Turkey and they go to Greece or Germany or France. That's already a safe place. But they continue with their journey to come to the West, closer to the West, so the UK, and then some end up going to America or Canada. But at that point, it's no longer about safety or refuge. It's about economic migration. That's the reality. So we're not trying to ignore the refugees from those places. We're ignoring the refugees from Europe, and that's the problem. But she doesn't actually understand this issue. She keeps saying there are no safe routes to the UK. We don't need any more safe routes. Stop with the safe and legal routes. And I don't like when some conservatives go out there and say, yes, let's promote more safe and legal routes. No, it's about time to stop this nonsense. And that's why I said, to reply to her tweet, Afsana Begum, I said, no, we don't. We don't need more safe and legal routes. We already have, on a very basic level, an option to legally seek refuge. And not everybody can actually apply for that. And some people get lucky. Like people like my mother, who was a political refugee and was saved by the British Embassy. That's just one thing. And it's not really about pulling the ladder behind you when you've actually succeeded. You can't really have an open opportunity for every problem who has a problem in the world. You can't. We don't have the capacity to help everybody from the underdeveloped or developing countries or conflict zones. And it's a responsibility of other countries as well to take in more, especially the neighboring countries. And that's the main issue. Anyway, when I sent that tweet, people kicked off. This person, Mr. Azami, said, you still never told us, Maya, how you came to the UK. Or maybe you have something to hide. Ooh, conspiracy theory about Maya. Ooh, how did I come into the UK? So I simply replied to that tweet and said, British Airways directly into Heathrow. Literally. And then they kicked off saying, well, what happened to when you came here? Did you then seek, asked to be an asylum seeker? I said, nope. Legal visa. Simple. Done. I came here legally. Done. But the problem is you can't really allow mass migration, legal or illegal, to continue just because it's happened in the past. And it's not really about pulling the ladder. We can't, at this point, when we're not doing any building when it comes to infrastructure, when we don't have the space in terms of the habitable land that we built on, and we can't really completely build it for more foreigners and migrants to come in here. We have people here in need. We have to protect our country first. We have to look after our own people first. Put Britain first. Not rocket science. Nothing xenophobic about it. Every country, every tribe has a border and a flag. There's a reason for that, because you have to look after your own home first before taking care of the neighbors and then the neighbors of the neighbors. It's not even our neighbors. It's literally, they're not even next door. It's not like France, they're becoming a conflict zone and us helping the French. We can compromise with that, but it's not the same situation. Now, let me know if you agree or disagree with me in the comment section. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.